Hello and welcome to La La Land on LA Talk Live. I'm Brett Chapin. Thanks for joining us on La La Land. This is the only nationally broadcast show by Los Angeles artists about Los Angeles artists on episode 92. And this is our final episode of 2012.
Yes,
Venner.
it is. Yes, it is. Whoops.
Hey, you got some echo.
I got some echo going there. Let me turn that on.
Nice.
There you go.
We have two amazing guests with us. We have Ken Werther, theater publicist from Los Angeles.
Hi.
Let me hold on. I was trying to do something. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a later reaction. There we go.
Thank you.
The studio audience.
I love that.
And we have Marilyn Monroe impersonator Ashley Clark with us.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you both for joining us. Very happy to have you for our last episode of 2012. And we're going to do some fun stuff with Marilyn Monroe today. We're going to start with Ashley as Ashley, and she's going to tell us a little bit about herself and her career, and then we're going to take a break, and Marilyn Monroe is going to join us in studio.
Sure.
Take us back to old times. If you have any questions for either one of our guests today, make sure you give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. And you can also find us on Facebook at La La Land Talk and Twitter at La La Land Talk. Let's start with you, Ashley. You're from LA, right?
Yes.
And you're a stand-up comedian.
Yes.
How did you first get into stand-up?
It was a very natural process for me. I started as a kid. I would ask my teachers if I could do stand-up.
Nice.
And since this is America and we don't have a syllabus, they said yes.
Nice teachers.
Yeah. So they let me do that. And I created like an old man character that I used to do as my stand-up. And his name was Bob, which is ironic because later I was engaged to an old man named Bob, but I didn't know that then. And they took a picture.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, they took a picture of me doing Bob in class and put it in the yearbook. And I've got my lips all curled in like an old man like this. And there's no caption in the yearbook, though. So now everybody who sees it is just going to think I was the retarded kid.
Oh, dear.
Well, you've gone from being the retarded kid to other stand-up comedian work. It sounds like. Can I have to ask. Can I hear your old man character?
Hello. Oh yes, I'm going to the circus today.
And I'm assuming you did not marry the Bob that you were engaged to.
No, I did not. He was a member of Alcoholics Obvious. It did not work out at all.
I love this woman. Oh my gosh.
And then, so what else are you working on? I mean, you have your stand-up comedy. Do you do acting as well?
Yes, I am. I started training as an actress in 6th grade, and I never stopped.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Are you working on anything right now as far as acting, or maybe tell us about the last thing you might have worked on?
I I kind of run a comedy show very sporadically. I'm not sure when the next one is, but I run a comedy show with my husband in Morro Bay, and we shot commercials for it. And in the commercials, we used puppets instead of ourselves. So we have a puppet of the Morro Bay Rock and a falcon, and I'm the falcon. That's what I did. That's the extent of my
falcon.
recent acting.
I got nothing. This is great.
Like, where do you go from there?
Really?
We've been talking for the last half hour. I didn't get any of this in the interview.
She was saving it for you, Brett.
I know.
Pretty much anywhere that you go in a day, I've probably worked there. So.
Wow.
See, she wasn't going to talk about the Morro Bay thing, but then this whole Falcon thing came up, so that changes things.
Acting job I had was as a bird.
Okay,
we take them where we can get them.
Where's Morro Bay?
It is in the central coast of California by San Luis Obispo.
Oh, wow.
Pismo Beach.
Pismo Beach.
That's where I grew up.
I've been living in Los Angeles for 31 years, and would you believe I've never been up there?
Oh, you're missing
Shameful.
out.
Oh, I'll have
Madonna
to-
Inn.
I'll have to go see the puppets. I mean, really.
It's nice up there.
It's in my living room. I don't know. You'd have to go to Morro Bay for that.
Okay, I'm there.
Nice. I've been through there. I haven't stopped.
Well,
but
maybe
I've
we
been
should go
through
up there together.
Let's go to Morro Bay.
I mean, come on,
Why not?
Pismo Beach.
That's where Bugs Bunny was always going.
I love
Sounds great.
Bugs Bunny. I love Marilyn. What are we waiting for? It's almost a new year. I mean, come on.
Never, when I was working on the show this week, I did not think Bugs Bunny would work his way into the conversation. Somehow he got in there. I don't know.
My dad used to draw Bugs Bunny for Warner Brothers.
Seriously?
Yeah, he was a cartoonist before he became a paleontologist.
If our engineer Van Erck was saying he's Ross,
Yeah.
he's a paleontologist. Nice.
Anybody that knows me knows that me being speechless is a rare thing.
Yeah.
I mean, her dad used to draw Bugs Bunny and then became a paleontologist.
What weird, like two different worlds.
You know, I feel like I'm encroaching on Miss Marilyn's time here,
No.
but I read a thing just this morning, a quote from, oh dear, I can't remember exactly who it is, but one of our, famous philosophers that goes, "It is never too late to be what you might have been," which I think is a lovely sentiment, but I'm not sure I buy it. Because I've been this is not what everybody wants to hear today probably, but I've been thinking for the last couple of years that maybe I would like to do something else in the business besides be Brett knows this, besides be a publicist. And I feel like I'm too old. So everybody call in and tell me it's not true.
It's not true.
And Marilyn's shaking her head no at me.
At 323-247-7443.
That's right. I posted that number on Facebook this morning. I just want you all to know.
Me too.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, yeah, hey.
I'm
Doing
glad
your
you posted.
publicity for the show.
I like that you posted the flyer. I
Oh,
made
yeah.
that.
Marilyn made a La La Land flyer for this week's show.
She did?
Yes.
Oh,
Good stuff.
I missed it. I'll have to look that up. Well,
It was pink and black and white.
I learned how to make flyers at my receptionist job because that's all I did.
Oh, really?
I just played around on the computer all day.
We might have to hire you as the graphic designer for La La Land. Want to make a flyer for our first show of 2013?
Sure, why not?
Right.
Does it pay?
Sure.
yeah, we're all getting rich. Let me tell you.
I have $6 in my wallet. You're welcome to it. So getting back to Marilyn, what got you into doing an impersonation of Marilyn Monroe? How did you get involved in that?
Oh, I when I first discovered her in movies, she's everything that every woman wants to be. She's glamorous and classy and beautiful, and she just glows and shines. So I wanted to perform as her somehow. So I did Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend for a talent show, and that's how 90%, I promise you, 90% of the impersonators today did that song in high school, I swear.
I'm sure.
But I did it then, and then I didn't do it again until this past June. I just started doing it again in June.
That's great. So do you do any other songs that
Yes.
she has done?
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
Happy Birthday, Mr.
Any of them?
President.
Sure. And then once I started doing it, I saw an audition for it, so I bought a wig and I was like, let's do this. And I jumped in, and I am amazed at how many people have an interest in having just even close to her at their parties and at their shows and on their, it's amazing. And she's so in demand still. And it being the
Absolutely.
50th anniversary this year is the 50th anniversary that she died. So everybody is kind of honoring her memory, and everybody wants a Marilyn on their thing at their event. So
Sure.
it's become a really calendar filling thing. So I'm going with it.
If people want to hire you to play Marilyn at their event, they can find you at facebook.com/AshleyIsMarilyn.
Yes.
Awesome. And for information about you personally, you can go to castingashley.com, right?
That's right.
What is casting actually? Do you do casting as well, or is it?
No,
it
it's
like
to cast me.
Cast me. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it used to be called
Nice.
That's Our Girl because I wanted to subliminally influence people to go, that's the girl we should hire, but it
Oh, that's a
didn't
good one.
work out.
Okay.
So now it's just casting me.
Casting Ashley. I bet you sold That's Our Girl for a good chunk of money, though. That's a valuable website, no? I wonder who has that now.
I think it was one of those website extortion things that happen where somebody buys your domain and then tries to sell it back to you.
Oh,
And I was like, nah, keep it. I'll
Are
come
you
up with
kidding?
you
Really?
can have it.
It happens so
Oh
often.
God.
I've been trying to buy lalaland.com for the longest time, and I have to settle with lalalandtalk.com because lalaland.com is not going to sell to me.
And
I
do
mean,
you
they
know who
will,
they
but I
are?
just can't afford it. Some search engine company. I don't know. I haven't even bothered to find out what they would sell it for because I know it would just be ridiculous. Anyway,
Well, I like La La Land talk.
lalalandtalk.com works well too. So should we play a little "Happy Birthday, Mr. President" and go to commercial, come back and? Oh, you don't have it? Okay. Okay. Well, we'll just go to commercial then with something else and come back and into a fantasy world of Marilyn Monroe as if she were alive today. So if you can think of any questions for Marilyn that you would like to ask her if she was alive in 2012, let her know. You'll have your chance.
She is alive.
Yes. If you have any questions for our guest, film star Marilyn Monroe, give us a call at 323-247-7443, 323-247-7443. Or if you have any questions for theater publicist from Los Angeles, Ken Werther. And we'll be back on La La Land on LA Talk Live.